Okay, so we're going to do this practice problem with primary structure. So draw the tripeptide, which is formed from glutamate, histidine, and proline. What is the name of this amino acid? Use 3-letter and 1-letter abbreviation of the amino acids to give the amino acid order in the tripeptide. Okay, so this is pretty much the same thing. We're going to draw our peptide and then name it using the full names, the 3-letter abbreviations, and the 1-letter abbreviations to show the correct order. So let's start out by drawing our tripeptide. So we know we have 3 peptides. So let's go ahead and draw that base chain. We start with our N-terminus, NH3+, and then we go R group, carbonyl, then our next nitrogen. Let's go ahead and draw in those, change the color for our peptide bonds again, just so we're clear. Nitrogen with the hydrogen, R group, carbonyl. So that's the same pattern every single time. Nitrogen, R group, carbonyl. Nitrogen, R group, carbonyl. Okay, so now we have our carbonyl, our peptide bond to a third nitrogen, R group, and then carbonyl. This is the last one, so we're going to finish off with our carboxylate. Again, we have our 3 peptides in blue, connected by our 2 peptide bonds in red. Okay, so now we have been told which amino acids in which order. So first we have glutamate, which looks, you go back to your chart, your reference chart, to see the structures of these. So this is one of the ones that's a charged amino acid. So it's got that carboxylate on the end. We have our peptide bond. Then our second amino acid is histidine. So we're going to draw histidine out. This one's one of the weird ones that has this, this is technically called an imidazole ring, and I drew that wrong. There we go. So this is histidine with this funky ring in it. And then our last one is proline. Proline is one of the weird ones. If you remember, it is the only amino acid that has its R group come back to the nitrogen. So instead of having an NH, I'm going to erase that hydrogen. This proline is going to make a 5-membered ring with the nitrogen. So we have 1, 2, 3. So I need to put 2 more points in a ring, 1, 2, and then connect back to nitrogen. So now you see how we have a 5-membered ring, 3, 4, 5. 5-membered ring, and it comes back, bites back onto nitrogen. This is a weird one, I understand. Okay, so now we have all of our R groups. This is our peptide that we were asked to draw. And the last things are to name this peptide. So the full name, remember we get rid of the ending. So in this case, see there's, in this case, you see how there's ATE. So replace ATE with your YL. So that's the ending that you'll do. So we'll have glutamyl histidole proline. I will not ask you ever to pronounce these, so good luck. If you want to try, go for it. That is the full name of this peptide. Then we have our 3-letter and 1-letter. So glutamate, GLU. Sorry guys, that's my fiance. And then histidine is HIS. And then the last one, proline, is PRO. Then we have EHP for our 1-letter abbreviations. Again, those you can get from your chart. Okay, and then we have one last practice problem. A tetrapeptide has the abbreviation TYR, SER, VAL, ASN. Okay, so the questions are, what is the N-terminal amino acid? So remember, N-terminal is where we start. So our N-terminal amino acids going to be the first amino acid, so it's TYR, tyrosine. What is going to be the C-terminal amino acid? So C-terminal is going to be the very end, so we'll have ASN. We'll put the initial for it too. Oh. So that's just the one letter abbreviation. What is the name of this tetrapeptide? So we're going to go and look at our chart at what the 3-letter abbreviations are for each of these amino acids. So the first one is tyrosine. So INE was replaced with YL. So TYROSYL, tyrosyl. Next one is serine. So it's SERYL, replace INE with YL. Third one is valine. So we have VALYL. And then last one is asparagine, which we keep the same, ASP. Okay, so that's the full name of this tetrapeptide. And then give the amino acid thing the single letter abbreviations of the amino acids. So again, you're just going to look at your peptide chain and look at your reference chart and look to see what those abbreviations are. So tyrosine would be a Y, serine is an S, valine is a V, and asparagine is N. So YSVN is the overall abbreviation for this amino acid chain.